Yo, what's going on? Today I'm going to show you how to make crazy beats for CARSON. Let's get straight into it. Alright, so for the first time on this beat, I started out with a sample from Charlie XCX. This is the song So I, and I chopped up this part of it. Here's what that sounds like.
Always on my mind. Every day, every night, your star burns so bright. When did I put you?
I had some effects on the intro, on the master, but that's what it sounds like. And I put it into here, pattern 2, and chopped it up. Nothing like too crazy. Did this, I mean line, and yeah, nothing too crazy right here. I ended up chopping it up actually after I exported this out, and like repeating this, and then bringing this over here. But yeah, just pitched it up too, and then brought up the attack a little bit, and so it makes it a little bit more smooth. And in terms of effects on that, I did OTT to bring up like the high ends, shapeshifter, and EQ to take out the lows, and then loop rater, chopping these parts up right there. I'll show you what this first chop sounds like. So yeah, cool vocal chop. I wanted to chop it up so it doesn't really sound like the original song too much. I ended up adding more effects and stuff and chopping it up more. So this is this right here. I'll play this because I was chopped up for the intro. But yeah, I ended up adding more effects onto it. Pattern 7, I did OTT, somatic solutions, which is adding like an arpeggio type of thing. Then delay, flanges, which I turned the mix knob down pretty low on that right here. And then vintage verb, and then also a spaced out for the intro. And yeah, I'll play with the final vocal chop sounds like. And that's the final vocal chop. Next I move on to adding some synths. So first, here's a lead pattern. This is the lead, what the fuck. It's going to be from my newest Exorcist serum bank, which has 500 serum presets. That should be dropping a little bit after this video. So y'all gotta make sure to check that out. And this is the lead, what the fuck. I laid on this pretty simple pattern, nothing too crazy. And I just laid this down right here and then copied this over. Then all I changed is this note right here. And then from there I copied this over, and then, you know, etc. I copied these whole 4 bars over, and on that I just added some space out to make it a little more ambient, and that sounds like this. A cool ambient virtual lead pattern. Then I added a bass. This bass is also from my Exorcist serum bank. And just a D and then F, D and then F, and then C right here. Here's what it sounds like. And then in terms of effects on that, I added fast distortion just to make it a little more distorted, and like have some high end. Then after that, I added a sound from Zebra 2. This is the HS String Machine 2. It's a preset, which is kind of like a synth, and I chopped these chords up right here. Messed with the bass line a little bit here at the end, a little bit different from the original bass, but that's how it sounds like. Then I layered it with pigments and then also a piano. So I'll tell you what each of those sound like. Then the pigment sound. Pretty quiet, but just like a cool texture, and then the piano. And on all those, there's an auto chroma right here. This is from the pink sound kit from my boy Jasper's kit, and then EQ taking out low end, and all together those sound like this. So yeah, that's to like fill in the beat a little bit more, so it's like a little bit less empty. Then add some more sounds after that. This is another preset from Serum. It's like a distorted synth sound, and that sounds like this. But as for like the MIDI, it's just like the bass line right here. These ones up here are just the bass line up an octave, and then chords right here, and then like middle notes. I just pitch that up so that it's the right bass line, then put these into key, and yeah, man, pretty simple. Here's what it sounds like. Then I added this another sound from Serum, just like a simple lead pattern, really simple. Literally just copied this over, then drag this note down, boom, drag this note up, and then from there I literally just copied it over. So that's the whole lead pattern. Here's what it sounds like. And yeah, that's the whole melody. There is one last sound. This is a sound from my boy Saint's kit. It's like a phrase sound. And I added a preset for my Trauma Serum Bank. This is in EFX Motions. It's the 18 preset. And yeah, just type this up a little bit, and I got this. So yeah, that is the rest of the melody, and I'll play what it all sounds like together. Then after that, moved on to the drums. The first sound here is this 808 called Fashion. Here's what the pattern sounds like. I did actually add some effects onto the 808. I did crystalline to make it like just have some slight reverb on it. I wanted it to sound more full and stereo. Then I did this clap. It's from the Shade Deconstructed kit. It sounds like this. Then like a one-step hi-hat pattern. Took these notes out at the end. Sounds like this. Then an open hat, another open hat, and then this snare pattern, kind of look complex, but it's just like fading in right here, and here's what it sounds like. And yeah, man, that is the full beat. In terms of the intro, I had vintage verb and this EQ, not really necessary, but it makes it like an ambient section. And I do these like glitch fill things right here into the part where there's no ambience or like effects on the intro. And the 808 and bass come in. And yeah, man, that is the full beat. Then, this is the intro, chorus, verse, and then the bridge, and then, bridge again, same thing. Final chorus. I appreciate y'all for watching. Make sure to go check out my Exorcist Serum Bank when I drop that. Should be dropping very soon, right after this video drops, a few hours after. And yeah, man, I appreciate y'all for watching. I'll see you on the next video. Let me know who I should do videos on in the future, and I'll see y'all later.